Hey guys, welcome and thank you again for being a member of my Patreon channel. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to go over the exercise number 2 for the month of May. So this month I wanted to talk about how to find all the notes on the entire fretboard and be able to identify them. I'm embarrassed to say that it was many years after I started playing guitar before I really had a good understanding of where all the notes were on the fretboard. And it really slowed me down as far as progress, and especially working on anything that had anything to do with theory, it made it so much more difficult. So I'm going to show you like a practice exercise that we can do, and then we're just going to, a couple of tricks to help you find the notes all over the fretboard. Once you have a better grasp of this, chord building, using scales, modes, all those things, anything with theory will be so much easier, and you'll be able to visualize better on the fretboard. So let's get started. So for you folks that already know this, just bear with me. I want to assume that this is, because this is not common knowledge for a lot of guitar players. So there's certain rules as far as how to know how many frets in between each note there is. So basically, when we say the term half step, that means 1 fret, and we say whole step, that means 2 frets. So the rules, the notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Everything is a whole step apart except between the notes B and C and E and F. So let me demonstrate that real quick. So here we have it, open E, a half step away, the next note will be the first fret, that's an F. A whole steps, that's 2 frets, will be a G, another whole step's an A, another whole step's a B, but now between B and C is a half step, so that's only 1 fret. There's C, C to D, whole step, D to E, whole step, and then 1 fret between E and F. So between E and F and B and C, just 1 fret. Everything else is going to be 2 frets or a whole step. Okay, so the next part is knowing where the flats and the sharps fall on the fretboard. So we're going to start here with the note A on the 5th fret of the low E. So we play that, A, B, C, D, F, G, they consider those natural notes, what they call those. So this will be A. So if we go 1 fret forward, a half step, that's going to be a sharp. So whatever's in front of that natural note, if you move it up the scale 1 fret, that's going to be considered sharp. So that's A sharp. Now if we go 1 fret behind the natural note, so we play A and we go here a half step back to the 4th fret, that's considered A flat. So we have A flat, A sharp, and A. Now this is where it gets a little confusing. So let's say that we go up here to the G and we play 1 fret above the G, so we go a half step up. That's a G sharp, but it also could be called an A flat. So it's the same note, just different names for the note. So octaves is a great way of being able to identify notes on a fretboard quickly. Okay, so we're going to start with the low E, and I'll show you octaves there. So basically an octave is just the same notes played up higher in the scale. So this would be the lower part of the scale, that's the higher part of the scale, but they're all G notes, G, G, and G. But if we play this shape here on the low E string and the D string, we're leaving out the A. Okay, if we play this shape, almost looks like a power chord. That shape, you can go all the way up and down and maintain that shape on those 2 strings, and it will be the same note. So this is a G and a G, an A, 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, 2 D's, and then it goes all the way down. So we could do the same thing between the A string and the G string. We're going to skip, not play anything here on the open D, but it's the same shape. So this being a C, C here, this is a C here. So there's C, C, or D, E, F, G, and A. Okay, now once we get here, the shape changes. So when we go from the D string to the B string, we don't have this shape, we have this shape. So there's actually 3 frets apart. So you have an F here, and this is also an F. So same notes, F, G, A, B, C, and D. We do the same thing here between the G string and the high E. So this would be, we'll start here with A. So an A, there's 2 A's, there's 2 B's, C, D, E, F, and then G. Okay? So by knowing those 2 shapes, that's a quick way to be able to identify the next note up in the scale, or the octave of that note that you're looking for. Another thing to think about, this helps eliminate some problems as well. If we're playing the open E and high E, obviously those are the same note. So whatever you have here is also octaves. So there's, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and E. So that helps things as well. So, if you're looking for, a B note, but you want to play that on the high E, all you got to do is go straight down on the same fret and play that high E, and you got the same note. So the next part of this is once we get to the 12th fret, everything repeats. So if you have an open E, A, D, G, B, and high E, this is all the same here at the 12th fret. So we have an E, A, D, G, B, and high E. That also helps when trying to identify this. So if you're playing an an E, all the way down to the 12th fret is the same note. Same thing with A. And we'll do a D as well. G, and so on. So that kind of helps to know too, okay, once I get to that 12th fret, then basically the names of the notes are all the same as the names of the open strings. Okay, so here comes the exercise part of this. So this is to help us get to where not only do we find the notes, but we can find them faster. So I'm going to use a metronome. I've got it set at 40 beats a minute. I think that's as low as it'll go on this. And so the idea is each time you hear a click, you're going to play a note. So we're going to start with A. We'll do all the A's on all the strings. Let's turn this on. Okay, this is A. Okay, so by having that click, it brings in some timing, makes our brain have to work a little faster to find these notes. Now, let's say that this is all brand new to you, and it's like, look, I can't do it that fast. We could do it like this. We could do every other beat. So we go A, so it gives you a little more time to search for the note. You could do that every third beat. You could extend out every how long that you want. Probably in the beginning, it's better just to try to just get used to just looking at this and just slowly identifying. But once you get pretty good with it, you can add the metronome to it.